Well, it's as much about science as politics was about politics. It's something to hang the show on. Probably should have been called an investigation into everything rational and non-rational. So
Couldn't fit that on a poster, though.
No, exactly. It's not as snappy as science. I also I like the pomposity of my shows being called, like, you know, one-word academic subjects, and I think that's funny to then. Not, I should have a warning for people that should not be used as part of their thesis. So some of the things you hear are not fact. No, but it's sort of an excuse to sort of skirt around the subject and go off on, you know, weird directions. Just like, I mean, if people have seen Animals and Politics and Fame, they realise that there's digression and you know, things like that. But yeah, there are some bits about science. So it's a loose investigation into the world of science, I'd say, but funny. Thing is, science isn't funny. Science is fantastic. It's my first love, and it's difficult to deconstruct, you know, things like that you really love. So you've sort of got to get off the subject to be funny.
You were in Oxford last night. You're there tonight and tomorrow. Stuart Francis is your support. He's a very funny man.
He's very, very funny, and he's killing all the way around. He does like a short set, and they absolutely love him. In fact, the crowds have been fantastic. Oxford last night. Lovely crowd, really up for it, really responsive. The theatre's lovely, so I'm a very lucky man.
It must be difficult when you're finding someone to be your support on a tour, because it's a bit like a bride and a bridesmaid, isn't it? Because you don't want a really ugly bridesmaid, because that would spoil the pictures, but you don't want someone who's prettier than you when you're the bride.
Yeah, also the nice metaphor.
You're the bride, by the way.
And am I the bride?
You're the bride.
Then why did I dress him up as the bride in the hotel? That's a weird thing. Well, you've got to have someone you like. That's important because you're spending a lot of time with him. If you know, and so he's got to be a nice bloke, and he is. And it's not that you don't want him to be better than you or worse than you, because I want it to be the best show possible. But they've got to be different to you. It'd be no good me getting someone else coming out and deconstructing things and doing taboo subjects. So he's very different.
He's
whereas
like the king of the one-liner, isn't he?
Exactly. And I tell stories. So he's got them warmed up, and they've laughed at the rhythm, and they've loved the gags, and they're really smart and funny. And then they get something different with me. So that's the more important thing. So yeah, different and nice. That's how I choose them. And with Robin Ince, who was the support before, I do actually dress him up, which is fun. It's on that you can go on YouTube. Just go to my website and just put Robin Ince and Ricky Gervais, and you'll see him in all sorts of predicaments, which is fun.
So you're on stage in Oxford, but you're also still at the cinemas around the county with The Invention of Lying, which I've seen, and I have to say, it made me cry.
Oh, good.
Not because I spent £7 and it was rubbish.
No.
But because there's a very moving scene in it, which I won't give away, but it's...
Well, no, it's not. It's not just a comedy. I think people will be surprised. The first half is out-and-out comedy, but then it moves into drama when I tell one particular lie that sort of changes the world. And not only is there drama in it, but some quite big questions. It's quite thought-provoking and a little bit controversial, particularly in America. Yeah, I think people are hopefully in for a bit of a surprise with it.
Lots of big names in it.
Oh,
Rob Lowe,
ridiculous.
Tina Fey, Jason Bateman, who I love.
Jennifer Garner, Tina Fey and Jonah Hill, Christopher Guest. Absolute, yeah,
so
amazing.
Do they get in touch with you? Is your mobile phone jam-packed with celebrity numbers now?
No, I call them, and I don't know why they do it, really. I think they do it because it's fun, because it's a day off. I mean, Philip Seymour Hoffman and Edward Norton, they've won Oscars. They don't need to pop up in this film. I think they do it because they think they're going to enjoy the day and the time. I think the same reason that I got people in extras, you know, like Kate Winslet and Sarah McKellen. They were doing it for a laugh, and I think that's where you get some of your best work, that the stuff you actually enjoy. Everything I've ever done has been a labour of love. From Flanimals, what I used to do to make my nephew laugh, to The Office, when I worked in an office and I had a big bag of observations. I think that if you love what you do, then the result's always going to be pleasing.
And you've got Ralph Fiennes coming up in Cemetery Junction.
That's out in April. We're
I've seen the
editing
trail
that
for
now.
that. It's very funny where you're taking the mickey out of him.
Yes, another, a huge name, demeaning themselves by working with me. And obviously the important thing about Cemetery Junction is that it's more of a turn to what me and Steve do, the minutiae of sort of human behaviour. It's set in the early 70s in the south of England, and there's future stars. We've got some, you know, bright young 20-somethings, not played by me, of course. I play one of their dads. I've hit that age already. I'm father to people in their 20s. But yeah, it's not a gritty, depressing sort of British sort of drama. It's quite glam. It's probably like our Saturday Night Fever or Rebel Without a Cause. It's one of those sort of things.
And that's out in the spring, is it?
April, yes. Yes.
We look forward to that. So best of luck tonight in Oxford and tomorrow.
I can't wait.
It's been great to meet you.
Thank you very much.
You.
Cheers.
Thank you.